Good evening. Welcome to the Tarrant County College pinning ceremony for the December 2022 graduates. Despite what your program might say, it really is the fall graduation of our fall graduates of 2022. I would like to welcome you both here and those who are streaming. We're so excited to have you here tonight, and if you'll please take this time to silence any device that you may have. My name is Courtney Stortz, and I'm the faculty for maternal newborn, and I'm also the mental health coordinator. And I'm very pleased to be emceeing tonight alongside Devin Houlihan, who is beginning her last semester with Tarrant County College.
Good evening. My name is Devin Houlihan. I would like to welcome Jennifer DeFries and Diane Wenger to the stage as they lead us in saying Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, I would like to introduce our Assistant Dean of Level 1, Dr. Susan Priest.
Good evening. Welcome to this magnificent time in the lives of these graduating nursing students. Today is the day that many of these new graduates have imagined ever since they heard the idea of a nursing pinning ceremony. It is lovely that they get to share this with their family, their friends, and their classmates. We're so glad that you are here. We want to recognize TCC trustee Shannon Woods for joining us to celebrate this momentous occasion. She represents Richland Hills, parts of Hearst and Euless, Bedford, Grapevine, Colleyville, Keller, Southlake, and Westlake districts. Quite a big responsibility. Trustee Wood, would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Graduates, we know that you want to thank your family and friends for being here. Please stand and recognize them. Soon, these newly graduated nursing students will validate their hard work on the National Council Licensure Examination. With their success, they will be licensed to start a career as a registered nurse. Our students learned that registered nurses are lifelong educated and on a lifelong journey as they strive for excellence to be part of the most respected profession. Nurses humbly carry the title of the most respected profession. Through acts of caring and ethical decision-making, we deal with life and death issues, families on the brink of disaster, and tragedies and dramas most people could never imagine. Nurses have the knowledge, the skills, and the attitudes needed to contribute to the healing, the education, and the comfort of our patients and of their families. While nurses are often called the heart of nursing, we also serve as the brains, the brawn, and the business savvy of the healthcare professions. As the nurses of tomorrow, our new graduates will improve global healthcare by using innovative therapies and evidence-based practice. They will also share their knowledge with global communities and learn from others around the world. These future nurses will work within their scope of practice to serve their patients to the full extent of their knowledge. Through research, clinical practice, and continuing education, TCC graduates will be part of the solution to advancing patient care. Tonight's graduates learned how to research and to research a healthcare problem and experience evidence-based practice actually unfolding. Our graduates can create holistic approaches to eliminate inequities. They learn to advocate for their patients and intervene to ensure that all patients receive compassionate, efficacious care. The future of nursing will test our nation's 4 million nurses who work in a vast array of healthcare settings with equally diverse layers of educational preparation. Nurses work to provide patients with their healthiest possible lifestyle and reduce health disparities among our citizens. We care for patients at all hours of the day and night and in all circumstances. So much awaits our new graduates, but tonight we celebrate their work. All of our emotions surface during this humble lighting of the Florence Nightingale candle, who, although she was born into privilege, walked among the wounded and the dead in war scenes and ensured all soldiers received comfort and care. Her tradition continues. We have learned that the best way to find ourselves is to lose ourselves in the service of others. That is just what these new graduates have chosen to do. Congratulations to the new graduates on this special milestone. Sincere best wishes for success on your upcoming boards and your nursing career as you advance and create it. Congratulations to the families and to your friends for offering support that helped you through to the end of this program. You are making the world a better place every day that you go to work. Congratulations. Go out and make it well.
Thank you, Dr. Priest. We appreciate everything you've done to lead us. The ADN program was established in 1967 at the South Campus. The first class had 25 students who graduated in 1969. We moved to the Trinity River campus in 2011. We celebrated 50 years of providing quality nursing education in this region in 2017. The Division of Nursing was established in fall 2018, consisting of ADN, VN, and continuing education programs. This fall, we had over 750 students enrolled, an 86% graduation rate in 2021, and tonight, we have 122 graduates.
Nursing school. Unless you've done it, you really have no idea. I wanted to take a minute and remind you of the journey, in case you forgot, where it all began at boot camp in a large auditorium with 175 other individuals who were all looking for a place to fit in. Moving into foundations, where you had to learn to talk to humans, and you had to learn to take care of Tina Jones. You also had to go to the lovely skills lab and learn how to place different things in different areas using sterile technique and going through all the 175 steps to actually complete a medication administration. In adult, you had your first graded head-to-toe assessment while also continuing to talk to the humans. And simulation, where the voice of God came over the loudspeaker and you tried to find out who was going to lead me because no one really knows what we're supposed to be doing right now. Mental health, the joy of therapeutic communication. Please tell me more. In OB, where you learn that pain is a normal finding, and do not put that on your care plan because it's expected in that area. PD, you had the joy of creating a kid, and again, learning how to go through simulation with those little people. And finally, complex, which you've just completed, where you had the best 3 hours of your life taking an exam, not once, but twice. And you're here today, and you've done all those things, and they've all hopefully left an impression on you, made you the best nurse that you can be, and I have no doubt that you're prepared to take this next step.
As students, you all know the sacrifices you've made to get here today. All the missed social events, the sleepless nights filled with studying, and the countless hours at clinicals. There's little doubt that nursing school is the most difficult thing that you've willingly put yourself through, but it's likely one of the best decisions you've ever made. You all know firsthand what an honor being in nursing school is. From being able to make an impact on a patient's hospital visit, to observing surgeries, or witnessing a life being brought into this world, nursing school has made you a better person, and it has made you all what you all set out to become, nurses. The faculty here has held you all to the highest standards of excellence to ensure you've reached this moment, and tonight we celebrate that.
Thank you, Devin. I'm sure every student can relate to your experience and on some level as they have now sitting in these chairs in front of us. At this time, I would like to introduce our keynote speaker, Corey Franks. Mr. Corey Franks is a clinical nurse leader and director of emergency services at Texas Health Alliance Hospital. He completed his ADN here at Tarrant County College in 2001. In 2005, he completed his BSN at UTA and his master's degree at TCU, go Frogs, in 2011. In 2001, Corey was a member of the first graduating class of Texas Christian University's Clinical Nurse Leader Program. Corey is a founding member and first chapter president of the North Texas Chapter Clinical Nurse Leader Association. Currently, he is a member of the Clinical Nurse Leader Association Committee for Local Chapter Development. In 2011, Corey was the recipient of TCU's Graduate Research Symposium Award. Most recently, in 2019, Corey won the AACN CNL National Vanguard Award. The outcomes of the initiative Mr. Franks developed and structured at Texas Health Alliance were so convincing that all 14 hospitals within the system have adopted similar communication and care models. In addition to leading several interprofessional strategies to improve care outcomes, Corey role models and advocates for the significance, growth, and versatility of the CNL role at the local, state, and national levels. Corey describes himself as a dedicated and patient-focused with proven strengths in acute care, staff development, and family advocacy. Corey is married to his lifelong best friend, and he has 2 boys who are 14 and 10. Please help me welcome Corey Franks.
Sounds pretty good. I want to meet him. All right. Well, first, I'd like to say thank you for the opportunity to address the class and frankly, be one of the first people in the field to say, "Hey, welcome. This is great. Congratulations on this wonderful achievement. Been there, done that. I know that's a big deal. So, hey, big congratulations on that." I'm going to set me a timer here because I get a little excited when I start talking about nursing. and I tend to go over a little bit. But we're going to keep it brief and keep it to the point. And I got a couple of little bits and pieces that I'd like to share with you getting into the field, new toe in the water. Tell you a little bit of things that I've learned over my career that I think, will help you out, and I hope that you get some value out of it. I started my nursing career. Backing up a little, how you get into nursing sometimes is a little bit of an adventure. I'm not from a family of nurses. Nobody in my family really went to college. We were all working out in the oil field and doing that kind of work. So nursing clearly was a little bit of a shock to most of the family, especially they've met me and they know my personality. They're thinking they're going to let you take care of people. Clearly, it's in bad shape, No, I came to it. I graduated in '94 when the best advice a young man could get was, son, you need to go into technology and this newfangled thing called the internet. And I thought, that's a great idea. That sounds like solid that's great advice. I'll do that. I'm terrible at computers. I hate them, and they hate me. It's mutual. We've come to an understanding. We use each other just enough, but that's not my skill set. But it was great advice, and you follow great advice. So you go to school, and I'm going to school studying something that I'm not totally passionate about and doesn't speak to me at all. I find myself in need of employment because, as it turns out, I'm really no good at making tacos. I'm going up to a school up here in Gainesville, Texas. There's a dorm there, North Central Texas College, what used to be called Cook County College. It seems like every school that I ever went to, they changed the name right after I left. So I'm going to school up there, and I'm seeking employment because after a particularly disastrous shift at the Taco Casa, I'm walking back to the dorm, and I noticed a buddy of mine named John. I don't know him well, but I know it was John. He's stepping, my room's at the end, and he's stepping out, and I got to pass him. And he looks, he's dressed in what looks either PJs or something that the county gave him when they let him go. So I asked him, because we've met, and I'm like, hey, John, they let you out? And he's like, no, I'm going to work. And I'm like, you work at the county? And he says, no, I work up here at the Renaissance Nursing Center, the nursing home, local, one of the little star buildings, a small town. And I was like, well, they hiring? Because this Taco Casa thing ain't going to work out. And he's like, well, funny you should say that. They are hiring. They give you $6.50 an hour, let you work doubles. I'm like, what's a double? Well, now, this is the late '90s, okay? We've come a long way. But what they let you do back then, you work 16 hours on, you go home and sleep for 8 hours, you come back and work 16 more. You get a whole week worth of work done on Saturday and Sunday, you get the rest of the day off, or rest of the week off. Now, for a college student that's broke and a little bit aimless, that sounded wonderful. I got a whole week off, let's do it. I end up going over and I get the job. following up there, I throw the Taco Casa hat in the trash. I get the job, and what I find out, taking care of the residents there, is I get a lot out of that. It's extraordinarily difficult work. It is not in any way, shape, or form glamorous. It's not something that somebody necessarily would brag about. But I got to hang out with a bunch of people's granddads all day long. I got to chit-chat with, people's grandmothers and ninis and nanas and all that other, and they're still there. I like talking to them, and they wanted somebody to talk to, so we fit like hand in glove. And I remember nursing still hadn't come on yet as far as like a career choice, but I'm helping out Miss Black. Miss Black was, before she retired, she was a concert pianist and a music teacher for years. A very classy lady, very well educated, and she had very high standards. She also liked to take an afternoon nap. So and my job for Miss Black was whenever she got out of her afternoon nap, she'd sleep on her back and her hair'd get flat. So my job was to assist her to her wheelchair, freshen her dress, and pick out her hair so that it was full, because we're about to go in public. It's the dining hall, but we're about to go out, so, I'm doing this, and I'm picking along, and I'm doing my best, and the charge nurse, Jennifer, she came in and said, hey, Corey, you know what? Have you ever thought about, going into nursing? She says, you know, I got to tell you, you know, the staff really appreciate your work. The residents really like you, and you know, it's hard sometimes to find people that care. That's the important part. You can train a person to do a lot of things, but it's hard to train somebody to care. And you kind of come by it natural. And I was like, the first time ever it ever occurred to me that I might be actually do this for a career. Mrs. Black chimes in. She says, you know, Corey, I agree with her. I believe you would make a wonderful nurse, and you should consider it. Now, Miss Black didn't talk much. Well, she did talk a lot, but it wasn't nice most of the time. And I was like a little bit, it stuck. Right that moment, you had this moment. It kind of stuck a little bit, and I'm like listening. And I said, well, Miss Black, I appreciate that. I think I'll consider it. And she says, well, good, because you have no future as a hairdresser. So I go and I set my sights on the prerequisites. I'm not a gifted student. It was a struggle. But we made it happen, applied for the nursing school, got put on the waiting list. Applied again because I'm bullheaded and I'm gonna get this done. I just decided. I get put on a waiting list again, and while I'm thumbing through the catalog for a truck driving school, because I'm getting a little anxious about it, they call me up and say things have changed. There's a spot available if you're still interested. And I said, absolutely. Be there at 8 o'clock. Class starts at 9, but we got to get you the foundations box. You remember that foundation? Look, did y'all get that? Y'all still do that? Had all the little equipment, the shots and everything. I was so excited. I show up, I'm sitting in class with my box, I'm ready to go. And we do it. And I got to tell you, I've been through it. I know. And you're right. Yeah, it's something else. I'm telling you, it's hard. Calling it a crucible is not. That's not a joke. I have friends that went to law school. I have a friend that's a chiropractor now, went to MBA school before that, and neither of their schools were as competitive academically as far as the admissions to my school. It was TCC. It was tough on you, and I know it was. But I'll tell you, it's worth it. I'll tell you that you're a lot more prepared than you know, and you're going to do really, really great because of that. The program produces fine product. It's well respected. And speaking from a professional, that frankly I got jobs to fill, positions I need to train for. I look forward to seeing y'all. There's 3 pieces. I have some funny stories about when I was in the program. I got a little time. In the program, all of y'all, of course, there were certain semesters that were easier than others. For some complex, I heard the groans, man. I feel you. I get it. I understand. But for me, it was OB, Gen, and PD. I'm telling you, I come unprepared to that. I don't have any sisters. I don't have my cousin. A big family, lots of cousins, no girls, mostly boys. And my mother, God bless her, certainly did not talk about that. I was a young man with a basic understanding of the ingredients involved, but all of it was theory, and it was based on shady references. I mean, I didn't really know what I was getting into, so I struggled with that a little bit. But I made it through. I made it through just like you made it through, because that's what it takes sometimes. Sometimes you get in that spot and you got to dig deep. And I want you to think about that. And I remember the time that I had to dig deep. It was during OB Gym. And you had to do that teaching project at the last. That's like the last thing, right? You go in and you teach. And my instructor, she was an old school instructor and had a stern and hard, aggressive demand for high quality. She did not give you an inch. By God, you passed her class, you were at the standard, and she was going to make certain of it. I was not her favorite. I was not her flavor for some. I don't know when I lost it, but I don't think she liked me too much. So I was ready. I had studied all about the vaccinations. I had studied all about how to coach a new parent in regards to a fever. Make sure to point out the differences in liquid Tylenol and how you dose it and when it is important to contact a pediatrician. I could put a child safety seat in with the best of them. I asked her, I said, okay, it's time to go. She says, Corey, I want you to go down into the room and teach Mrs. Jackson breastfeeding. Oh, did me dirty. You dig deep. You're going to do it again. You had to dig deep, okay? I said, all right, you want me to teach breastfeeding? I get it done. Went out to the truck, got my textbook and Nerf football. And went back into Mrs. Jackson's room, and the good news and bad news. Good news is this is number 8 for Mrs. Jackson. And she really don't need any help in this matter at all. God love her, she only shows up, I think, for the food. This is really a formality. She's got this covered. Some people just good at things. Bad news is every single member of that woman's family is in the room, and there's probably 20 people in that little room. And here I show up, Miss Jackson, I'm about to do your discharge teaching, and I want covered breastfeeding. Literally, that woman, everybody in the room hung their phone up and said, oh, we got to hear this. We made it through. Dug down deep, and you made it through, because you got to make it through. You don't know what they're going to give you. You don't know. You don't get to pick this. You dig in and you make it happen. And the blessing was, as evil as that woman was, she had prepared me very, very well for that endeavor. I was surprised and proud at the end of it when she came to me and she says, Corey, I'm surprised and encouraged, but you're passed. Congratulations. And she got on her broom and flew away. Yeah, that was a long time ago, and I left the names out. So finished the program. I finished the program happily. I got into an internship. I was lucky enough to be selected for the ICU internship, Harris Methodist HEB. And there they took me under their wing and applied an enormous amount of attention and safety and a lot of attention. I was a piece of work. They really worked on me, got me through. Later on, I grew in the competence and confidence, and eventually was given the duties of bypass, or what we call heart nurse, recovering the patients out of bypass surgery. Later tasked with charge nurse duties. I took that. That was nerve-wracking, dug deep. Eventually, I worked my way up to the quality and safety supervisor of the unit. Along this time, I was finishing my baccalaureate degree. Eventually, 11 years into it, I was asked if I would like to take part in a new program that they were going to pilot, the Clinical Nurse Leader Program. And I did that, and I found great success in it professionally, but more importantly, personally, I got given the tools and the opportunity to really address weaknesses and gaps in care, and really they started asking the right people how we ought to do some things, and we were happy to tell them. And you're going to be there one of these days, and we'll talk about that. But that's kind of my background. That's how I came 21 years in the nursing field. I found it extraordinarily rewarding. I've learned a lot of things. I learned a crazy lot of things. Breastfeeding's still messing with my head. But what I've learned is there's a couple of key pieces that I want y'all to leave with, little nuggets and things that I want you to pay attention to as you develop and you grow your skills and you grow your career. The 3 things that are important for you to pay attention to when you leave here and you start to develop is professionalism, your integrity, and your compassion. You go ask somebody who does this for a living, they'll tell you. Can't do this job without those 3 things. Those 3 things are critical to, one, the work of the job, but they're also critical to you as an individual doing the job. You need to hold yourself to high professional standards. You're going to be, and you are meant to be, next and included in a team of extraordinarily talented individuals, people with deep understanding in their specialty. And I'm talking about your nurses, or your fellow nurses. I also talk about your physicians, your administrators, respiratory therapists, all manner of ancillary service. These people really know their stuff, and you never want to get lax. You always want to remember that you're representing nursing, You are given an opportunity and a voice to make a difference. You're supposed to be there. This team doesn't work without you. It just doesn't. You have the most brilliant surgeon in the world, and you know what? The really smart ones will tell you, I can't do any of this without them. I'm lost without them. You can't clap unless you got two hands, and there's only one. So it's super important, but maintain your professionalism. Hold yourself to a high standard and meet it. Be on time. It says a lot when a person's late. You can tell when a person's priorities is by whether they're early or they're late. If you're hurried, you're going to not give your best self. If you're hurried, you don't have that time to collect your thoughts and focus so that you're bringing everything to the table. You're not just what I can manage to throw together right now. Your integrity is key, and it sounds simple, doesn't it? My integrity. Well, of course I want to have integrity. It's key for a nurse that when you speak, you're accurate, you're honest, and that's not always easy. There, in the early stages of your development, there's going to be mistakes made. There's going to be things that turn up that are forgotten. Sometimes, you might want to revert back to that 9-year-old me that I'm like, well, if mama don't know, that is not something that is possible. Integrity is key. It's always key. It is probably the most important, because when you talk, people have to be able to trust what you're saying so that you can care for them. It's very difficult, and we found this out in the last couple of years, didn't we all? It's very difficult to care for people that their trust is shaken. You have to gain that. Trust is easy to lose. So keep an eye on that and tend to it. The last piece of it, and again, this is really key to nursing, it's root, is your compassion. And compassion, you start out with it, you're very excited about it, it's easy to care about the work you're doing. But compassion is like a fussy house plant, You don't tend to it and talk to it and pay attention to it and be honest with yourself, integrity, right? Be honest with yourself about your level of compassion. It can be shaken and moved, and it's kind of supposed to, because the work is hard. The work it's both physically hard on you, it's emotionally hard on you, it'll tax you in ways that, again, digging deep is important. But your compassion is what allows you to care for people, even though you don't know them. May not even like them. They may have done something so egregious that you deep down in your soul are struggling a little bit with helping this person. That's a real thing. But your compassion will pull you through so you can take care of the people you don't necessarily like, you don't necessarily agree with them. But that's why we're here, is we're to provide care, the same care to your grandma and the little baby that's cute and squealing, and it's easy to love them. There's some folks out there, and it don't take too many shifts sometimes, a hard day, and I'm not real fond of Miss Jackson right now. You got to dig deep. You got to stoke that compassion. You got to have some integrity and be honest about it to yourself, and then you show your professionalism, and you go in there and you do it anyway, and you do it at the highest level that you can do it. So your integrity, your compassion, and your professionalism are key. Please don't forget those. Those are fragile, and there'll be times where they'll ebb and flow a little bit. I will tell you from experience that it is worth the effort you put into fostering those things and protecting those values. That's it. That's the best advice I got. All right. Thanks again.
Thank you so much, Corey. That was encouraging to all of us, faculty, families, and students alike. At this time, we would like to recognize students who are receiving awards. We would like to welcome Heather Folson, who will present the Community Service Award.
Thank you, and good evening. TCC and Texas Student Nurses Association prides itself on providing time and resources to the community. This reward recognizes a student that worked tirelessly in the community, providing their time and energy along with fulfilling the requirements of nursing school. This recipient volunteered a total of 50 hours this semester alone. This award goes to Sarah Levine.
Hello, we're here. All right, so I am honored to receive this award today. I believe that nursing is not just a career, it's the choice that we do to put others before ourselves, to care for and to support those of our communities. The meaning of nursing, according to the Britannica, is to be responsible for promoting the health of individuals, families, and communities in both medical and community settings. Throughout my time this past 2 years, it has grown my appreciation of nursing, and it has confirmed my passion of helping those around us. You will notice we're all wearing green ribbons today. My school sister Jana provided those for all of us today. This is to represent mental health, and you all know that mental health is a huge factor not only for nursing students, but it's also huge in our community. So while I'm proud of everyone sitting here before us and when walking across the stage, I hope that your new RN role, you will all find a piece of you to give back to the community, and I hope that you all fulfill your calling.
Now, Julie Withager will present the academic award.
Good evening. The academic award is given in recognition of scholarship and grade point average. This award is given to the students with the highest GPA. With a GPA of 3.85, it is my pleasure to give the academic award to 2 students, Cynthia Arroyo and Wanon Sackpane.
Good evening, everyone. I am honored to be receiving this award. I would like to thank my daughter, Sophia Castillo, and my mom for their support. I would also like to give recognition to the following professors that showed their love for teaching and compassion for the future nurses of our communities. Professor Mayer, Professor Palmer, Professor Rosser, Professor Stortz, and Professor Woodruff. To all of my colleagues, today we close this chapter as student nurses. We can resume our lives enjoying what matters, such as our relationships with the people we love. I wish you all the best on the rest of your journey. Thank you.
Hello everyone. What a journey, right? Today is not a day like any other day for us future RNs. This day marks indeed the end of the last 2 years we shared together as nursing students. Today also marks the completion of our studies and the start of our professional life. Our nursing school journey was dense, not only in studying, but also in strong emotions. In an atmosphere of stress, workload, and multiple effort, we pulled together and we supported each other. I would like to thank those who made themselves available to us, each one of us during this journey. I'm thinking of the amazing friends I met along the way. Also, I would like to thank my beautiful family and also thank all the faculty members. Before we separate to follow our individual paths, I wish you a great evening. Thanks, everyone.
Next, Ms. Jessica Cox will present the Leadership Award.
So this semester, I have the pleasure of introducing or awarding the Leadership Award. This award recognizes a student for their guidance, direction, and support that they provided to their peers. All of the graduate students, right, voted on this award, and it's special because it's peer recognized. This semester, the Leadership Award goes to Ridge Velker.
Thank you. Firstly, I'd like to give a quick thank you and recognize all of our families and friends for bearing with us through these past 2 years. I know it hasn't been easy. We started off our journey with online semesters with Tina Jones and Shadow Health, like Ms. Cox said, and we finished by sheltering from an active tornado during our HESI. Additionally, I want to say a huge thank you to those professors who went out of their way to make a difference in our education by showing compassion and a genuine desire to help us succeed in such a challenging field. Y'all know who you are. We are nurses now. However, that comes with a lot of new responsibilities. We now have the privilege to share with our patients some of the best and worst moments of their lives. Children will be born, diseases will be overcome, and often there will be loss. It is our duty as nurses to be by our patients' sides during these experiences, offering them support and compassion. We really are in a unique position in that we have the ability to truly make a difference in people's lives every time we clock into work. From this point on, there's no more, let me go get your nurse, or I don't know the answer to that, let me go ask your nurse. It is our duty now to care for and advocate for these patients to our fullest ability. Some of us already have experience advocating for ourselves, both in our professional and personal lives. It's time to take that experience and utilize it, making a difference for ourselves and for our patients. Do not forget what we have gone through. Continue advocating for yourself. Continue fighting for what you know is right. Never let your voice be silent, because someday your voice will save a life. Nursing school may not have taught us everything we need to know, as we still have a great deal of learning yet ahead of us. We have all grown as individuals from nursing students into nurses. We've made friends that may last for life. We've made professional connections. And most importantly, we have successfully made it through this journey and this program. Now, we embark onto the next. Congratulations, and thank you.
Now we would like to recognize the students who have been inducted into Alpha Delta Nu, an academic honor organization for associate degree nurses. Students must apply to be an Alpha Delta Nu and must maintain a 3.0 throughout the program, as well as demonstrate honorable conduct in the community and in clinicals. They must also complete a capstone project. The students who are members of Alpha Delta Nu are symbolized by wearing a gold cord. Please stand and be recognized. And at this time, I would like to welcome our Assistant Deans, Dr. Susan Priest and Luann Tyree, who will pin our graduates.
Ready? Ready?
Olutayo Adabi. Haisa Adeyemo. Rofiat Adagun. Montserrat Ajolesa Martinez. Ramat Akinleye. Maureen Aluje. Lila Apomolia. Adriana Armbruster. Cynthia Arroyo. Brittany Arthur. Eileen Barragan. Michael Benitez. Aridhana Bandari. Ashley Bishop. Avery Bowen. Autumn Brochure. Lindsay Brown. Nora Brown. Elinid Budd. Stephanie Bueno. Anna Chambers. Brady Cheney. Tiana Chavers. Vivian Chickasee. Brenda Cosillo. Mallory Crowder. Brittany Curtis. Daisy Davila Oliveras. Christina Davis. Sor de la Vega. Caitlin Devine. Megan English. Kelly Ennis. Matilda Itaka. Ridge Felker. Joanna Figueroa. Claudia Flores. Jasmine Ford. Kamira Faruta. Karina Garcia. Courtney Gilmore. Chelsea Gonzalez. Alexis Guerrero. Ashley Haygood. Itzel Hernandez. Stephanie Jarvis. Kyle Kelleher. Lauren Kibido. Deepa Kanal. Kayla King. Elvia Nieberg. Angelica Landkammer. Sarah Levine. Yesenia Lopez Pedroza. Ashley Mann. Laura Martinez. Amy Marvin.
Jessica, my last one.
Danielle Mavsar.
Wendy Munoz. Shanila Wayne. Maria Nichols. Jerome Nkenda. Cadis Nat Benitez. Philomena Okafor. Annabelle Olivares. Rosalind Olson. Naftal Odiki. Natalie Pate. Emily Patel. Jacqueline Pena. Christina Farm. Kaylee Philippa. Zataria Piggy. Emily Rendon. Luke Roberts. Brianna Ross. Marcella Seda. Wanon Spangin Gubati. Jocelyn Saldana. Fernanda Salvador. Caitlin Sandoval. Elizabeth Samuel. Stephanie Schmidt. Jana Sharaf. Sabrina Sims. Kunjinda Singh. Monica Speak. Carol Tazano Mefasa. Damilola Tiamiyu. Christina Tinana. Juan Tron. Nu Tron. Catherine Toon. Dustin Turner. Cheney Ellis. Alexis Wagner.
Thank you so much.
Veronica Wangari. Abigail Westover. Leodra Williams. Ashley Wood. Joshua Wright. Jalisa Young. Lindsay Young. Crystal Sambiru. And Fabian Zuniga.
Congratulations to all the graduates. I love seeing you complete what you started, and I, along with our colleagues, our administration, and Tarrant County College, know how much effort it takes to be successful, and we are so proud of you. Congratulations.
All right, now the candle lighting ceremony, which commemorates the spirit of Florence Nightingale. It reminds us of the sacrifice, empathy, and compassion she showed as she pioneered this noble profession. So we look back at our history and we look forward to our new frontiers yet to be discovered as we pass this candle. Please help us welcome the award recipients on stage to begin the candle lighting ceremony.
There is a candle in every soul, some brightly burning and some dark and cold. And there is a spirit who brings a fire, ignites a candle and makes his home. Carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the helpless, confused and torn. and hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle and go light your world. Frustrated brother, see how he's tried to light his own candle some other way. See now your sister, she's been robbed and lied to, still holds a candle without a flame. So carry your candle and run to the darkness. Seek out the lonely, the tired and worn, and hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle and go light your world. Hey now, hey now, 'cause we are a family whose hearts are blazing. So let's raise our candles and light up the sky, praying to our Father in the name of Jesus. Make us a beacon in darkest times. Carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the hopeless, deceived and poor, and hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle, go light your world. Take your candle, and go light your world. Run to the darkness, seek out the confused and hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle. And go light your world.
Thank you. As we close tonight, we would like to recite the Florence Nightingale Pledge. And we would like to invite all registered nurses who are in the audience to please stand and recite the pledge along with us. Who was reading it with me? I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly to pass my life in purity and to practice my profession faithfully. I will abstain from whatever is deleterious and mischievous, and will not take or knowingly administer any harmful drug. I will do all in my power to maintain and elevate the standard of my profession, and will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping and all family affairs coming to my knowledge in the practice of my calling. With loyalty will I endeavor to aid the physician in their work and devote myself to the welfare of those committed to my care. At this time, I would like to welcome Ms. Luann Tyree.
Thank you, family. Thank you, graduates. Thank you to the faculty that are here. And I'm very, very happy to present you with the Fall 22 graduating class of TCC Nursing Program.
Do I need to tell them to meet out there?
This concludes our program for this evening. Please meet your fellow graduates and your family members out in the atrium. Thank you so much.